What's up, YouTube? I feel like making a video today because I look good as fuck, man. Yeah, this is a nice little temporary spot and it shows my gains in the sunlight. I've worked out 3 times in the last 2 weeks. And I got a mosquito bump, apparently. I didn't notice that. Just goes to show you, man, you don't gotta know life this shit. Anyways, though, guys, all jokes aside, somebody left a comment on the video I just posted, and I wanted to make this response immediately because there's a lot of people that think the way this guy does. They think that even though we live in America and we have the stereotypical land of kumbaya, shoot everybody, gun lives matter, right? That's not really how it works in modern society. As cancel culture has basically proved over the last 20 years, you are guilty until proven innocent. And that's with shit that's not even a crime. That's with dating people that are younger than you, who are above the age of consent. That's with saying truthful things online and in your work environment that are unpopular. You know, that's revolving around things that aren't even a crime, and things that, if they are a crime, they're a ticket at best, misdemeanor worse. I say a misdemeanor is worse than a ticket because misdemeanors, you don't got to pay any money usually. You just sit in a jail for a week, you get out. But fucking tickets, you got to actually pay your money, which, depending on your financial situation, that could hurt you more. I mean, if you sit in the jail for a week, you basically get free lunch for a week, free healthcare for a week. You know what I'm saying? In a way, you're kind of making money. But we won't even get into all that in this video. So you're guilty until proven innocent when it comes to stuff that's not even a crime. I want you Nimrods that it was one Nimrod who commented, just going by a gun, Mr. Tough Guy. But there's a lot of people online that comment this shit because they read on the internet that you can legally shoot people under XYZ circumstances, right? They're going off of Google again, of course, ironically. How many videos have I made explaining to people why going off of Google is stupid? And they go off of Wikipedia, of course, again, ironically, right? And these people will do things in real life because of what they've read on Merriam Dictionary, on fucking lawyer websites, because they don't have real practical application of experience on how the law works in real life. Let me just start off by saying this, right? If you're ever in a situation where you have to enact an extreme act of violence to where somebody may not walk away, I would actually recommend you just don't get caught, okay? If you've defended yourself and there's no cameras around and you know you got away with it, why would you even call the police? Now, hopefully that doesn't get my video taken down, but the reason I say this is because everybody in 2024 knows how crazy the police are. This is coming from a former law enforcement officer, okay? Everybody knows how gun-ho crazy the police are, okay? Everybody knows that there's a percentage of people in society that either join the military or join law enforcement. Some people do both. Some people go into military first, then come back into law enforcement, or vice versa. There's a percentage of people that join these organizations because they want to kill people. I got one guy to admit this directly out loud, that's the sole reason he was an artilleryman in the military. Most people don't admit this out loud because they don't want to get canceled. The reason I say this is because you just shot somebody, okay? Let's say you go and tell the police. You call 911, I just shot somebody, it was self-defense, right? They come adrenaline rushing, gun ho, get on the ground. Oh, but I defend, get on the ground. And if you don't listen, they shoot you. So even though you're technically innocent, you're dead and you can't make it to trial. Or if you survive, you now have a permanent injury to your body that's going to affect your livelihood and the rest of your life, even though you're technically innocent. So, my channel, One of the main reasons I piss people off is because I skip opinions and I skip beliefs and I just stick strictly to what is true. The truthful the truth of the matter is, it's better to prevent yourself from being in that type of situation in the first place. Now, even though I'm a driver, and even though I understand that there's always a chance that violence could happen, one of the things you learn in the academy is deterrence, visible deterrence. I always keep a weapon to my side for two reasons, right? Visible deterrence, and if visible deterrence doesn't work, it's then time to correct whatever mistake I made to be in that position in the first place. Now, again, people that don't leave the house, that just go off of what the fuck they read on the internet, they'll say ridiculous shit, oh, we should just teach men not to be violent. That doesn't fucking work. If violence happens, you got to do what you got to do to walk away from that situation. Now, the main reason I recommend, because the weapons I carry in my car are things that aren't classified as weapons. If you do find yourself in a situation that helps you out later on, it's a lot harder to say you used a weapon on somebody in self-defense if what you have is a weapon in the first place. Maryland, for example, is not a stand your ground state. Maryland, for example, is a duty to retreat state. What does that mean? If you're in a situation, you're expected to run away if it's reasonably possible for you to do so, okay? If you have something that's classified as a weapon on you in this state, along with many others like mace, you guys notice I stopped carrying my baton around with me on the job because that classifies as a weapon. If you carry something that's classified as a weapon like mace, a baton, a knife, brass knuckles, etc., a prosecutor could easily argue that yes, in this specific situation, you may have acted in self-defense, but you carried those weapons away with you because you intended to use them eventually if the situation came up. Versus if you have an umbrella in your car, I'm keeping it around in case it rains. I just so happen to use it to defend myself in this specific situation. And that's assuming you even make it to the trial in the first place, right? Because first you gotta survive the crazy fucking cops that are gonna come with their guns drawn because you told them you got a fucking gun. If you survive that encounter, you then have to survive a possible couple of years in jail. Because if the cops don't believe you and they think you murdered somebody, you're now going to jail. And in most states, if there is a homicide, you don't get a bond. You don't get a bail. So you don't bail out of jail if you just killed somebody. How do you guys have any idea how long it takes the court systems to get through anything, man? You're going to be sitting in jail for at least 2 years fighting to prove that you're innocent. Now, what's happening in jail? I used to be a former correctional officer for a maximum security pretrial detention center. What is a pretrial detention center? It's a jail. What is a jail? It's where people go who are technically innocent. They have not been found guilty in the court of law, but in America, you're guilty until proven innocent. You go to jail if you can't afford bond or if bond is denied to you. So you just killed somebody with a firearm. Again, you're still technically innocent. You defended yourself, but you survived the police. Now you got to survive jail for a couple of years while your lawyers are fighting your case all for a crime you didn't even fucking commit because you were dumb enough to kill somebody and get caught for it, and you got to tell the police. Again, you can avoid all. If you got to defend yourself, do so in a way to where you just won't get caught. Then you walk away alive and you avoid all of this shit. That's my best advice, right? And I really hate that I got to make such a video, man, but I see comments like this all the time, and this is the first time somebody had the brass balls to comment this on one of my videos. I'm just going to make this video right now and put it out into the universe so shit like this doesn't pop up in my channel ever again, and so that other people who will stumble across what happens if you shoot somebody in self-defense, they may see this video and they may be deterred from shooting somebody in self-defense. Do what you got to do to defend yourself. try to do so without a firearm. And if you use a firearm, just try not to get caught, because I'm not even halfway done. So boom, right? Because now you're in jail for a couple of years, no bond, and you're still technically innocent. Guess what, guys? If you defend yourself in jail and you have to kill somebody, because you're going to have to fight in jail. I'm just keeping it a stack with you, right? You know, or unless you got a reputation as a killer. If you kill somebody in jail, you're getting a life sentence. If you cause serious bodily harm to a detainee in jail, you may get extra charges. You may get charges in jail that stick even if you're found innocent for your original case. So you got to go through all of this shit and you're still technically innocent, all because you were a dumbass and you listened to some shit that the internet told you that you can do this, you can do that, the law works this way. And no, there's a lot of shit in real life that the internet doesn't explain to you. Even what I'm explaining to you has a lot of variables and loopholes. It may not go the way I'm describing. I'm really just giving you one of the worst case scenarios. So you survived the lunatic cops, you finally get out of jail after 2 years of no bond, and the jury found you not guilty, you defended yourself, you're innocent. Well, whoopie dango do, now what? You've already lost your job. You probably lost your house because you're not making your mortgage payments, or you probably got kicked out of your apartment because most apartments now have a no felony rule. Meaning that if you're a convicted felon or you've been arrested for something recently, you can't rent that apartment. So now your fucking life has basically been turned out upside down, all for what? Because you want to be a dumbass walking around carrying a gun on you because you want to use that shit for self-defense when there were other methods that won't get you fucking stuck in the cage for 2 years. This is what the fuck I be trying to explain to you people. You people make fun of me for me telling you to go out to the fucking source and see how things are in real life, because a lot of you fucking nimrods live on the internet and y'all don't understand how this shit works. Do what you gotta do to defend yourself, but you shouldn't use a firearm to do so if you can help it, because think of everything I just fucking said. All it takes is for a cop that doesn't like you, or a prosecutor that doesn't like you, or a DA's office that doesn't like you, to turn your little self-defense case into a manslaughter, into fucking murder. Then you're gonna be sitting in jail with no bond, right? Losing everything you own, your house, your girlfriend, your kids, the whole 9 yards, all because you wanted to fucking repeat what the internet said, that said that you can legally shoot somebody in self-defense. Yeah, that's true on paper. But there's a lot of fucking nuances that the internet doesn't tell you. I'm not even covering a quarter of what could happen to you if you do that shit. But if you do gotta defend yourself, try not to get caught. And if you are gonna get caught, try not to use a fucking firearm. That's why I would recommend an umbrella that you can legally keep in your passenger seat in case it rains. Anyways, man, I think I've more than covered the points, okay? I could make this an hour-long video, but I don't need to. To be perfectly honest, the video I uploaded before this is more important, but there is a lot of fucking people on the internet that say ridiculous shit. Oh, just shoot somebody in self-defense, bro. Yeah, that works on paper. Yeah, that works according to what the internet and the Wikipedia says, but please watch this video and think about what the fuck I just said before. And the dude that commented that video, he may have been joking, and I hope he was joking. Because I could tell that little soy... I mean, he had a fucking cartoon avatar, bro. You soy boys just like, come on, man. And then not all states have protected custody. So now you're sitting in jail with no bond, and you're in general population because there's no protective custody, right? What are you gonna do when some real criminals walk up to you? Hey, cuz, I know you're not affiliated. I want some candy from the commissary. I want some fresh socks. Some fresh t-shirts. I want your toothbrush. I want your toothpaste, and I want the cookies that your mama gave you, right? So what are you gonna do when you get pressed by real criminals in jail that are gang affiliated and they're trying to press you for your fucking commissary, right? If you fight them and you cause serious battery injury, now you just got an assault charge in jail. And if you kill one of them in jail, oh man, now you're really fucked. Because now you got to go to trial for 2 fucking bodies. Just don't get caught breaking the law, even if you're defending yourself. That's the best case scenario. Catch you guys in the next video.